I would like to say I was glad, I was happy to be back in the talk, but to be fair, you are depressing as the Norwich City Football Club.
We'll try again. Introducing to you on my right hand side, we have the team of T-Bone! And as I was about to say before, Scott Fusion! And introducing to you on my left hand side, Class A!
So we're getting ready for tag team action here in the second match tonight at October Outrage. Alex Young, the WAW Academy champion, teaming up with Joe FX to take on the team of T-Bone and Scott Fusion. And Stu, what I don't understand, last time I was here in the talk, Scott Fusion didn't have half the negative attitude he's got now. What on earth has happened to this young man?
Well, he also didn't get half the negative reaction that he got from the fans here tonight. You know, Scott Fusion's a young man who's reached a point in his career where he wants to break through to the next level, and you know, he just found out that doing things what was supposed to be the right way, doing things the nice way, kissing babies, shaking hands, doesn't get the job done. We're in a combat sport here, Dave. It's all about winning, and Scott Fusion is determined that, you know what, in order to get to that next level, in order to break through to the next level, I need to stop caring what these fans think and start caring about myself. Look after number one.
Certainly over the past year or two, Scott Fusion, when he was a crowd favourite, so to speak, he was engaged in a bitter feud with the veteran gentleman Jimmy Ocean, where perhaps he was a little naive, thinking he could trust Ocean. Maybe some of Jimmy Ocean's underhandedness has rubbed off on this young man from Norwich.
I think that may be the case, Dave. I think maybe that Scott Fusion saw that feud, saw the fact that, you know, despite how hard he tried, despite how nice he was, despite how he tried to play by the rules, it was always Jimmy Ocean who came out on top. And perhaps it was time that Scott Fusion studied his Jimmy Ocean tapes and tried to, you know, maybe emulate Jimmy a little bit.
Fusion rolling out of that hammerlock from Alex Young just a moment ago.
And there's a bit of a rivalry brewing between these two young men. Alex Young was the first victim of the new Scott Fusion, shall we say. They got a bit of a score to settle here, but Scott Fusion's picked himself a really good tag team partner here tonight as well, and the king of the caravans, T-Bone.
T-Bone certainly knows how to fight. It's been his whole life, as far as I'm aware, growing up around, as you say, caravan parks. As a young man, as a young boy, he was paid to fight some of the more undesirable folks around the places he was growing up, betting on the winners as he fought other youngsters.
He usually won. One of those several occasions when he didn't win, well, he learned from his mistakes, and he never lost to the same person twice.
Now, Stu, this will be interesting. You've just seen Alex Young has tagged in Joe FX. Now, Joe FX and Scott Fusion, both products of the WAW Academy. They know each other very well. And, well, maybe a little too well for Scott Fusion's liking. He's tagged out, and in comes T-Bone.
They're just deciding that discretion was the better part of valor there. Scott Fusion decided to step outside the ring. Let the fresh T-Bone take on the fresh Joe FX.
Well, Fusion was getting a little overexcited and he ended up falling over the top rope. A little bit of an embarrassing moment.
Was he pushed?
By who?
Was that one of our ringsiders?
By who?
Was the Zodiac Kid back out here again?
Behave yourself.
I did not see that. Oh no! Oh, come on!
Well, Scott Fusion is quickly learning the price you pay when you turn on the crowd as he has in recent times. T-Bone and Joe FX presumably about to lock up if T-Bone can stop the jaw jacking and get down to some wrestling here.
You know, both of these men were big stars during the summer season this year at Yarmouth. Joe FX stepped into the Atlantis Cup tournament, really did a couple of great performances and allowed himself to break out from the pack. T-Bone wasn't in the tournament, but he had some great non-tournament matches through the summer, including one match I particularly remember against the Zebra Kid. Two of them fought all over the venue.
Both men go for the ropes again, shoulder blocking each other, neither man going down. T-Bone with the slight experience advantage. I don't know who you would give the power advantage to. Certainly Joe FX, the taller of the two men.
Yeah, Joe FX is taller. He's certainly got the more definition. I think T-Bone may have the better body for wrestling.
Having said that, FX with the counter, hip toss, and another one. This time pulling on the back of the head to add to the impact. Scoops up T-Bone, slams him down, and goes for an early cover. 2 count only. Remember, this is a 1-fall match. If that had been 3, this one would have been over right there.
Vertical suplex from Joe FX, goes for the cover.
He didn't get much height on there, but he certainly got some impact on it, enough for a 2 count. Tags in Young. Young is going up high. His partner holds him in position, holds T-Bone, and now Young, as soon as he lands, no wasted motion, grabs that wrist that Joe FX was holding.
Alex Young, the current WAW Academy champion. A lot of hope for this young man in the future years. The belt that was at one time previously held by Scott Fusion, funnily enough.
Now we've seen just how far some of the products of this WAW Academy can go. Scott Fusion's an example, as is Sam Slam, of course, the current reigning British heavyweight champion, who's going to be defending the title later on.
Oh, here we go. Look at this now, T-Bone.
Well, T-Bone's not the legal man. The referee needs to get in there. Well, he's trying to have words with T-Bone. I'm not sure the man from the trailer park was even paying attention. He's paying attention now as he's tagged in. And you're right, Stu. They've been working on that arm the whole time.
And, you know, here's something as well that isn't always brought up about Alex Young. We talk about how much potential he's got, but he is still a growing boy. He's still growing into his body. He's still got to get bigger. He's still, you know, I think he still has the possibility that his bones aren't quite as strong as someone who's fully grown, who's, you know, had a few years in the business. I mean, Alex Young, he could really be in a lot of trouble here if they cause some sort of injury to him.
Well, I mean, it's a good point. Looking at the two men in the ring now, look at the difference in size and muscle definition between Scott Fusion and Alex Young. Really is a daunting prospect if you're this young Academy champion. T-Bone with the uppercut to the joint of the elbow there.
And every time you see Alex, he looks a bit better, he looks a bit bigger, he looks, you know, he certainly works on his wrestling every weekend. He gets the opportunity to wrestle. But he's not quite there yet.
He'll take a huge leap towards being there. If then Joe FX can beat these two guys. Oh, well, there's something we didn't want to see. And there's something I'm sure Alex Young didn't want landing on top of him. Oh, pull them up. Pull them up, for goodness sake.
There's a full moon over Norwich tonight.
Someone, does he know? Someone tell him.
I don't think he knows. There we go.
Well, now he knows. Thank goodness that's over.
Scott Fusion getting a public warning there from referee Dave Finch. A little bit of outside the ring interference. And that's something that Scott Fusion wouldn't have done before recently, but yeah, he's working with the full deck now. Here we go.
He wouldn't have had that ridiculous smirk on his face until recently either.
Just did it again. Beautiful. That Antonio Inoki-esque arm breaker just brings it down across the ropes. Twice he's managed it.
What is it with this Scott Fusion
Still
recently?
working on the arm.
I just can't get over this change in attitude as...
Whoa.
Oh, Fusion! Oh, Fusion wasn't paying attention and he just dropped the arm of his own tag partner.
Scott Confusion there. Managed to hit his own man with that move.
10 minutes gone in this, and I tell you, there's a couple of things on this that are going to be on the Scott Fusion blooper reel from tonight's match. I'm sure he won't mind if him and T-Bone end up picking up the win. They might do after that cheap shot from the outside, from the ring apron, a kick to the lower back. But Fusion just circling his prey. He senses he's got Alex Young exactly where he wants him. And now trying to hyperextend that elbow. They've been working on that left arm for such a large portion of this match. Fusion into the corner. Oh, Young into the corner, excuse me, but he leapfrogged out the way and a missile dropkick. Fusion lands hard, both men are down, and this is the chance that Alex Young needs to make the tag.
Young couldn't use his arms, so he used the drop kick. Very nice move from Alex Young.
Yeah, as we said, it's a 1-4 match, so whoever can get to the corner first is surely going to be at quite some advantage. Joe FX is in. Well, T-Bone didn't get tagged, but doesn't seem to care. He's coming anyway.
Oh, he's just been tagged twice by Joe FX.
Joe FX is doing a number on Scott Fusion.
Sit out Uranagi.
He's going to get him again. He's got T-Bone with the same move. But the cover, leg hooked, and Fusion makes the save. Clothesline by Fusion. My goodness, that
what
was
a clothesline.
Impactful impact there from... Impactful impact, you know what I mean? Scott
I know
Fusion.
what you mean, Dave.
Landing hard.
It's this atmosphere in the talk.
Oh, Fusion, thanks to Joe FX, has landed awkwardly on the top rope.
Oh, no.
T-Bone came charging, and, well, that backfired as well.
Yes, it did.
What's this now? Alex Young is pulling T-Bone's legs.
Oh, no.
Oh, and Scott Fusion is nowhere he wanted to be. Oh, my goodness.
Scott Fusion blooper reel, you say?
Well, Fusion and T-Bone, certainly very close tag team partners, just became a little bit closer.
There we go now. Scott Fusion's had enough of this. He's fighting Alex Young. They're fighting in the back here, fighting towards the back.
Fusion and Young are just brawling on the entranceway.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Joe FX.
There's action all over the talk. Referee's called it. I think he's called a count
Yeah,
out.
the referee has counted Scott Fusion and... Well, there's a judgment call from referee Dave Finch. He did count out both Scott Fusion and Alex Young, but he's decided to continue this match as a singles match.
FX has caught T-Bone, but T-Bone escapes with those back elbows. A boot to the gut and a DDT by T-Bone. Will this be all? Lateral press from T-Bone and should have hooked the leg. Joe FX was able to use those legs, the strength in the lower body to power his way out.
Oh, Dave, I'm still reeling about that. That was a double count out, but the referee, I mean, Dave Finch is the senior official here in WAW. He's decided that, well, if they want to fight to the back, let them go. We've still got two guys in the ring who want to wrestle. Let's settle this.
Boot to the face. Joe FX with the running neck breaker. Got the cover. Oh, and he's got it. He's got it. Joe FX with that neck breaker pins T-Bone.
Massive win. Massive win for Joe FX.
You share the passion. You share the excitement. You share the yearning to participate. But you don't share the skills or experience. All the wrestlers you see here are highly trained athletes. You are not. Please do not try this at home.